We don't have a lot of photographs these days because of digital photography. We don't have to, get them printed or get slides of them. Some of you might do it, and it's kind of fun getting prints, or sometimes we print them from our printers. But all of us tend to take a lot more pictures these days that before digital photography. And when we get back from a trip, we might have some good images, but there's certain things that are missing. And this is a good example. That's why I picked this one, is that this has potential. The problem is the values are kind of blah. I'm starting all the way from here to, of course, back here. It's kind of, there's no punch to this, to that. See, not that you have to have punch in all images. I'm just saying if you're looking for, more punch in your paintings, you need to think about values more, not per se color. Okay, first value, and yes, color secondary. But you always hear me saying, Gabor says that it's about values first and then color. Well, it's true because value carries color. Okay, not the other way around. So what I would do in this instance is that I do like this photograph. Probably it would have, as far as design goes, I would have maybe a little bit more foreground kind of leading you in. But getting back to the value business, is that all this I would strengthen, make it a little bit darker. Anything sort of, from here, sort of here, and the foreground possibly too, but that could be more about color. I would darken a little bit, and I'll show you what, difference it could make. So I'm gonna just pick the color and make it a little bit, go into my greens, just a little bit stronger, darker. When I say stronger, like that. And again, this is just a general blocking, so don't think of it as anything else. But if I take the darks, just the darker areas of the trees, sort of at this point, then I can just I'll take another color. I'm not another color, but the same color, but just a lighter version of it, and sort of block this in. You'll see as I'll flip back and forth. That's why I love Photoshop, is that you could kind of test your theories out if they're gonna work or not. But again, not worry about color as much at this point, but it's more about value. And look what happens. This is what it was, and this is where it is. Now you can tweak this a little bit as far as value. I might went a little bit extreme here, but point being is that what it does, it really makes the background recede, the distant hills, as you can see. Already these values in the foreground, what I did, I darkened them up. It really pushed back the mountains in the back. Okay. Now I'm talking about color. We could make it more vibrant. That could possibly help in the foreground, just a little bit more vibrant color like that, and just like this too. I'm just kind of scanning over it like that. So when you have this versus this had potential, but this definitely has more oomph, more punch to it. So always think about values first and colors secondary. And I know sometimes I sound like a broken record, but this is so important, and you have to practice this all the time until you're really, really getting it down. So make sure you go back to your photographs and use, there's other programs. Photoshop is the one I use, and you can play around with this. You might have an iPad, phone, or what have you, and play around with what photographs that you think they look blah, and just, push the darks a little bit and maybe some of the color in the foreground. And then you can kind of see what's happening as I click back and forth a few more times, how much, more strength your painting will have.